I wanted to talk a little bit about our key textbook called Information Power: Building Partnerships for Learning. This textbook is going to be foundational for your coursework, foundational for your practice as a future librarian, and even foundational for the certification test that you will have from the state. I recommend that you hold on to this book, that you don't sell it at the end of the semester. This is definitely a keeper. And as you start reading, you're going to notice that right away the main idea of this book is concerning information literacy and our role. Why don't you go ahead and use Google or Bing, use YouTube videos, find some information on what is information literacy. You know that there's a lot of different kinds of literacy, and this is another one called information literacy. But I challenge you to begin thinking about it as one of the key literacies that you will address as a librarian. Now, of course, you also address what was traditionally known as literacy with reading and writing, but this is something that librarians have also been tasked with over the years. So we know that it's the ability to find and to use information, and you're going to read a lot about that, how to find good resources, how to find accurate, reliable. Buzzword right now is the fake news. And we also want to help our students be users of the information, ethical users of the information. We know that being information literate is going to be a keystone for being a lifelong learner, and that our libraries, the activities that happen in there, we demonstrate or model effective learning and teaching strategies paired with activities that use information literacy skills. We know that in our Web 2.0 world, in our digital world, that information overload is rampant. Our students have access to so much, our teachers do. There's just so much out there, and that's where we can make a difference. So your library's central concern is on helping students flourish in this learning community. We're going to arrange for authentic learning activities, actively engaging the information user. We are the information expert, and students are actively seeking to construct meaning from all of the sources that we can introduce them to. So we are poised in exactly the perfect spot to work collaboratively with teachers, administrators, and others who all want to build up the student. Now, the vision for us is that we're linking what we just said, the students, the teachers, and others, with information resources. And we do that with collaboration, leadership, and technology. Our role is a teacher. In our state, we had to be teachers first. We're also instructional partners. We're working with the teachers, and you're going to see that over and over again in this book. Collaboration is key. Leadership and expertise in the specific area of information. We are information specialists. You're becoming one. And then you'll also begin to develop skills as a program administrator, running your library program. Now, our mission is to ensure that students and staff are effective users of ideas and information. And you'll find different ways of helping make that happen and different ways of meshing that with the mission of your campus and even of your district. There's a lot of goals for us. You're going to read about those in this book. And then you're going to come to the main ideas. It's going to start in section 2 of the book. And these key ideas are played out over and over again. So as you prepare for the quiz that's going to be over this book, you need to always come back to these ideas. Collaboration, leadership, and technology. Everything we do is about collaboration. Collaboration. Yes, you are running your own program, but you are doing it as a support to what's going on in the school. Learning and teaching. We are all about learning. We are helping students become better learners, and we are actively engaged in the teaching role. Information access and delivery. It's through us that our students, our administrators, our teachers have access to all kinds of information. And we have different ways of delivering it. We know about the print world and we know about the digital world. You're going to discover different ways of helping make information more accessible and more easily accessible to those you work with. You're also the program administrator. You're going to wear a lot of different hats. You're going to have a lot of different roles that you do in support of reading on your campus, in support of even technology instruction on your campus, just running things that might involve the community and with families. There's a lot to learn in this area. And we build connections to the learning community. So as you read this book, I want you to remember, pay attention to those main areas. So just switching back to a view that's going to show you more like an outline kind of view. So you know moving forward that these concepts that are here, these 5 that are listed here, are vitally important to what you're going to be doing in your library and what you're going to be learning about as a student. So as you move forward and you're going to take your test after you finish reading the book, you come back to these 5 things. So as you read the test questions, think, okay, is this asking me if I'm going to be collaborating with the teacher? Okay, and I know that's vitally important. Is this asking me something about how I'm running my library? Tie it back to what you read about program administration. So know that your test is going to be scenario based and that it's going to tie back to the main ideas that you see right here. So happy reading. Enjoy this book. Highlight it to death. Just know that it really is helping you begin to turn your thinking, turn your way of interactions to how a school librarian is going to work. As when you were a classroom teacher, you were all about, those 20-something kiddos that were in your room during that semester or that grade level. But now you're going to have a whole different perspective on how you serve your education community, your learning community at large. So enjoy this book and start letting it sink in. Let it start to mold how you think about your role.